So we are here in front of our brand new iDry kiln, and it is basically a giant insulated box with a heater and a fan. Simplest way to explain it. But the beauty of this machine is it can dry the wood that we cut instead of a couple years, in a matter of a couple weeks. So this really cuts our time frame down from taking a salvage log to usable lumber in a fraction of the time. And besides that, it can also sterilize the wood. It can, even in the best drying conditions of air drying, it'll never get down to the same dryness level that a kiln like this will provide. So even though it's a pretty big purchase and a big investment, it is vital to our process and will pay for itself, very quickly in terms of how much more material we get. So really, really excited to get this going. And so come check it out. It's a bit like opening up a bank vault. So you just crank these guys down. And this is our insulated door. So what's amazing about this machine is the way it works is there's a pump that sucks all of the air out of this interior. And so it's called a vacuum kiln. And by removing all the air, you can heat the interior with a lower, with less amount of heat than you would if the vacuum aspect were not part of this operation. So the idea is you can dry at a lower temperature, which uses less energy and less chance of having the wood warp. So this vacuum kiln is a really very simple but really ingenious way of doing things. And so this is just a big giant insulated box with these metal interiors, which weighs a ton. And then we add our movable rails. And then this cart will just slide all the way in, just like so. And so when we're ready to dry our wood, we'll bring our forklift over, drop all our wood on top of it, slide it in, close the door, turn it on, wait a couple weeks, and then we got dry wood. So the beauty of this machine is it's so simple to run. Once you've got your wood loaded in, you got the door closed and sealed. You come back to the back of the machine. This is where our computer interface is. You set your temperature. You set the frequency of how often the water drains. How often the water drains will dictate how much moisture is inside there. You actually want some level of moisture because it helps to make the wood not dry out too fast. So you set your temperature, set your drain, start. That's all there is to it. And then, every couple of days you can come by and look at the graph. It'll tell you the temperature, some other really basic kind of parameters of the system so you know it's working right. And that's really all there is to it. And it come out, depending on how dry you need the wood to be, anywhere from 1 week to 2 weeks, maybe 3 for thicker wood. Come out here in a couple weeks and you're done. So the only way to fully tell that it's done is to open the door, get a moisture meter, check the moisture meter from inside, and close the door back up. So ideally, you maybe once a week you can open the door, check the moisture, close it, and if it needs more time, run it for another few days or another week or so, depending on what the moisture meter is telling you.